Are you one of those people who are experiencing slow sales? Then don't worry, because in this video today, I'm going to share 3 things that you can check if you are having slow sales. They're going to make a difference. Right, if you don't know who I am, my name is Thomas Parkinson and I've been selling on Amazon now for the last 4 years. I post videos every single week about selling on Amazon and in particular around the online arbitrage business model. So if you're interested and you want to learn what I'm learning because I share it in my videos, then do not forget to hit the subscribe button down below. It's just going to help you grow your business. But hey, enough about me. What are we going to talk about today? First things first, number 1, I'm going to talk about why I made this video. Number 2, I'm going to talk about why it's important obviously to understand about slow sales. Number 3, I'm going to talk about what are slow sales and what they actually mean. And then number 4, I'm going to go through those 3 things that you need to check if you are having slow sales. And then finally, I'm going to give you some top tips. Okay, so selling on Amazon is not all rainbows and butterflies. You should also expect that there are going to be seasons when your products are maybe not going to get enough sales or maybe as many as you thought. And there are going to be so many possible reasons why your sales are slow. If you say not winning the buy box, maybe failing to price competitively, or maybe even purchasing the wrong product for certain reasons, or maybe even buying like an advent calendar in the middle of summer. If you want to know, should we say, the other reasons why you might be getting slow sales, then you might want to check out a video which I created previously, 8 ways to deal with slow sales, and I'll drop a link up there, and it's going to explain some of the common reasons why these things happen and how to sidestep them. You might think that you're alone in experiencing slow sales. So what we did is we wanted to test that theory. So we asked our YouTube community, are you currently experiencing slow sales? 71% of the 92 people responded with yes. 29% of them said they are not experiencing slow sales. So it's not the entire ecosystem. Some people are obviously having a good time. But today we're about helping you with your slow sales and obviously what you can do about that to make you one of those 29% of people that are obviously smashing it in the Amazon game. Right, quick question for you guys. Are you experiencing slow sales? Let me know in the comments down below. Just drop a yes or a no. I'm really interested to know. So drop me a yes or a no in the comments down below. Okay, so this leads me nicely on to chapter number 2. Why is it important? If you fail to monitor slow selling items over time, this is just going to result in big problems and even losses in your business because competitors and also like larger fees, i.e. like storage fees and monthly inventory fees and even long-term storage fees like over a year. And not only that, the restock limits as well are just going to have an impact on your business. So as much as possible, reviewing the ASINs that, should we say, are slow selling helps you decide which ASINs you should be, should we say, clearing down, or perhaps maybe creating an immediate action plan around. Not only that, it's also important to understand your deals because it'll help you recognize the reasons why, should we say, an ASIN is not selling, i.e. the product you're selling, might be sunscreen at the moment. Maybe it's the middle of winter and you bought the wrong product. You're going to start to learn what products are working and what's not, and you're going to start to learn maybe where you're going wrong in your deal analysis, understanding seasons or certain times of year or certain products which work and that don't work. To understand your deals and maybe what's not working and where the problems are, I'm going to share with you, should we say, some of the things that you're going to want to check if you are having slow sales. So stay to the end of the video because I'll go through a live screen share and share that with you. That leads me nicely on to chapter number 3. What are slow sales? First things first, I will define what slow sales are. And this is for me and what we think about in our business. Now, quite simply, what does this mean? Well, it means that the products are not selling as quickly as you expected them to. So what I'm going to do is share an overlay around here, a low selling keeper graph looks like. And you can see from this overlay here, that from June the 16th to August the 24th, that green line has like super large gap between them, show that nothing's selling. Now, aside from looking at keeper, there are other things you can do when you're experiencing slow sales, which is what I'm going to go on into the next chapter. First things first, the first thing you can check when you are experiencing slow sales is Seller Central. And that is through checking what's known as the buy box percentage for the last 30 days. Now, what you're looking at is the buy box percentage of the page views. And ideally, you want to get your name on the buy box because 80–90% of all sales happen around the buy box. This is going to be your share, i.e. percentage share of the time on the buy box. Now, let's say, for example, your buy box percentage is 28% and there are about 12 sellers on the listing. Well, you might think, well, actually, you're getting quite a large percentage. What I will do now is jump on the computer and I'll actually show you how to check this in back of house Amazon Seller Central. Okay, so I've just logged in now into my Seller Central, and the first thing you want to do is come over to inventory and click manage inventory. And the thing which I'm going to do is I just want to get an active SKU because I need something that's got a buy box right now, not something that's come in. And I will kind of hide some of the products. So here we've got an active SKU, and what you want to do is you want to come over and click on this SKU itself, not like edit or anything, but click on the SKU itself. And then what you're going to see is it loads up this beautiful kind of like new dashboard to help you out. So what we're looking at is, you can see here, it says data shown for the last 30 days. And if we just scroll down slightly, what we can see is your buy box percentage here for the last 30 days. And there you go, you can see 25% for this product. It shows me that on that product, I've been there for 25%. Now, what I will say is understanding what percentage of the buy box you're controlling will help determine, how likely you are to get the share of the sales. Now, if that's 100%, you're going to be getting all the sales, and then you might be there's a problem with the listing. But if it isn't, then if you're getting like 0%, then it means you're not even getting on the buy box, so you're not going to get any share of those sales. Now, the second thing you can also check when you're experiencing, should we say, slow sales is through Keeper. Now, this can be seen when you can look into the sales rank and the buy box trend. So sales rank is the rank order that Amazon gives a product in a category. Let's say, for example, we've got toys and games. You're going to have sales rank number 1, which is the number 1 selling product in the toys and games category. And if you have like sales rank 100, well, that would be the 100th best selling product in that category. You can use the rank to understand how well they're selling. You don't know exactly how many they're selling, but you know how well they are. Now, Amazon say pretty much they update this on an hourly basis, and it's always changing all the time. And you can use Keeper to see the history of that change over time. So quite simply, using something like Keeper is going to show you how well a product, how well it is selling relative to other products. So for example, if you've got the number 1 best-selling product, it's probably going to sell much better than the 1 millionth best-selling product. That is going to change, and by looking at it over time, you can even see things like seasonality. You're expecting, let's say, advent calendars to sell a lot better in December than you would in July. Very informative there. Now, given that the bestseller rank BSR is based on the very recent performance, and I do say past, but quite recent past performance, it is important to consider that this way is to estimate demand for a product, so that the better a sales rank, i.e. the lower the number, the more sales that a product is going to be having on the Amazon marketplace. Now, what I will do is I'll jump onto a computer and I'll also show you, should we say, where the sales rank is, and you're going to need to use the Keeper Chrome extension, which you have to pay for, but it's worthwhile. I think you're going to love it. Okay, so quite simply here, we jumped into a product, and you probably notice I've got a SAS, which is like a calculator tool, but what I'm actually going to do is just scroll down, and this is looking at this graph right here. And what I can see is I've got this green line. If I hide everything else, I'm just going to be looking at this sales rank right there, and that's the number that I'm looking at, or I'm looking at that. And what's that recording? That is actually going to be recording, if I get it right here, it says bestseller rank, and it's the 26,638 in health and household. What Keeper's doing is recording what that number is over time. That is it, and it plots it on a graph right here. So I can see what's happened to that number over time. And I can zoom out not only 3 months, but also even yearly. Now, top tip for you guys, if you are looking at sales rank, what I generally say is anything below, like, let's call it 50,000, so like 50,000, 40,000, 30,000. Sales rank is just going to give you, you're just going to see the movement. It's not really going to see sales. Anything over about 100,000, what you could do is count what's known as count the drops, and potentially, I'm not saying guaranteed, see roughly what the sales might be. So if it's like 100,000, 200,000, 300,000 sales rank, you might be able to count the drops in Amazon to see the sales of that product. When we're talking like sales listings, you can see this product reviewing right here. Even my SAS tool was telling me 511 sales. That's telling me what they estimate, that's what they think they are, but it doesn't, that is what this product is selling, but it doesn't mean that I'm making that many sales. Remember, it's about that buy box percentage sharing. That's going to be super important. So I'll get roughly X% of those sales for me. Now, what I will say is if you don't have access to the paid version of Keeper, you can check the sales rank on the product details. And I talked about that earlier where you scroll down and have a look. So do check that out. That's going to help you. And you can kind of use that number with like maybe a free tool like Jungle Scout Sales Estimator to help you. But obviously you're only going to see it as a snapshot in time. You're not going to see it over time, over history, like you would with Keeper. Now, other than checking sales rank, you should also analyze the buy box history. Now, considering that 90% of all sales happen from the buy box, this is probably one of the most important things you can do, since checking your sales from understanding the rotation of that buy box. Now, before jumping back onto my computer, what I will say is that you can determine, should we say, slow selling products based on the number of drops on Keeper, and I talked about that earlier. And if you see many drops, then it means the product is fast selling, or if it's pretty much flat along the bottom, then it's super fast selling. But if it's kind of like slow drop, and you're looking for these arches, then it's generally going to mean that actually it's a bit of a slower selling product. Let's jump back on the computer now and have a look at the buy box history. This is about, once we understand the product is selling, how is that rotation of the buy box happening for the different sellers? Let's jump on the computer now and have a look. Okay, so we're back into this product here. Let's kind of jump down, and remember we've got this here, we've got this nice fast selling item right here. What we're going to do is just come up to the data tab, and then we want to look at the buy box statistics. So what are we interested in on here? Let's go through it now. So the one thing which I'll say is this product obviously had like a good selling number of products. We could see that because the graph is very flat down the bottom, lots going on. And we can see here like all the different sellers, what's going on, and we can see the date and the time of when they won it. And if I just kind of scroll across, you can see time and then how long ago they won it. So you can kind of just get if I can click on that, you can see how regularly this is being rotated. So very interesting there. You can see maybe someone hogging that buy box. If you're looking at getting on the listing, that's maybe why you're not making sales. Or perhaps maybe actually the listing is being shared really well. And you can see here's quite a lot of variety on that over the last couple of days. In the last day, I can see 5 people have been on that listing. That's really good. And they've been on the buy box, should we say. Let's jump over now to a slow selling product and have a look at that as well. So this product here, you can see my SaaS tool is telling me it's like red, top 4%, 358,000. Let's have a quick look down. If I just have a quick look, I can see these drops that I talked about earlier. 1 drop, 2 drops, 3 drops. That's over a 3-month period. So maybe like 3, maybe 4 if you include that one there. That's really not selling. So let's just kind of jump over now and have a quick look at the buy box statistics. You can see this person's been on that buy box non-stop and they won it. How long ago? Let's just have a quick look. They won it just now. So only 1 person on it, no other statistics about that. It's not saying that it's bad, but if you were on this listing as well and you're looking why I'm not getting sales, this is going to help you understand that I'm not winning the buy box. And remember that 80 to 90% of all those sales come from owning that buy box. Let's have a quick look now at this slow selling item. So we've got here this product, and let's kind of go down, have a quick look at the graph. I can see these nice drops, and the drops tell me that there's a sale, and I'll probably say for each drop, every time it comes down, that vertical line going down, probably going to be a sale. But let's have a quick look again at the data, and let's go to the buy box statistics tab. Here we can see this guy's won it 42.26. And what we're really interested in, I would probably say, is I want to know how often they've actually shared. So I can see, look, I just sorted by last one. Well, this person won it just now, and this person won it 1 minute ago. Then after that, it hasn't been shared for the last 8 days. So I might be actually like, if I'm on that listing, I can see why for the last 8 days, maybe I'm not even getting on that buy box. Something to check there. Now, the one thing you might be thinking about is if maybe you're sourcing something which is like 10 deals per month when you're doing a deal analysis and you want to see sharing of the buy box, you can use that trick to look at the data, the buy box statistics, and see how regularly that buy box is being shared. Now, people talk about buy box rotation. Long story short is no one knows exactly how it works. And what we have seen is it works very differently across different products. So if you understand one rule for one product, don't assume it's the same rule for another product. Always check the data. Now, if you want to learn more about winning the buy box, what I'll do is I'll drop a link above to a video I created called Top Amazon Buy Box Strategies and How to Win the Amazon Buy Box. Check it out. I think that's going to help you. Now, let's go through to the third method. We just went through checking, should we say, Amazon Seller Central for the buy box percentage. Then we went through Keeper to check the sales rank and the buy box history. And now for the third and the final method, and to look into when you've got slow sales in your Amazon business. And how do we do that? We go through to the business reports. What I will say is this can also be accessed again through Seller Central, and it's going to give you a lot more information, since it's going to give you like other data around buy box percentage, sessions, unit sessions, etc. And it's just going to give you a lot more rich data. It's not as nice to understand, but if you can get your head around it, it's going to be very, very important. But before I jump on the computer, let me explain what sessions are. Sessions, we say what we're about to go through, is a number of visits to your Amazon page or listing by a user. Now, it's not yours, it's the listing as a whole. So let's say, for example, somebody goes to Amazon's website and they type in, I don't know, Lego, and they find your Lego product and they click on your product and they go into the actual listing itself. That is called one session. Now, the unit session percentage, on the other hand, is a conversion rate. Simply, these are like the number of people who've clicked on your listing and bought your product. Let's jump on the computer now and kind of go through and show you where to locate this, what you need to look at, and how to understand it in regards to slow sales. Okay, so here we are into Amazon Seller Central, and first things we want to do is go into reports, and we want to go down to business reports. Now, when we're in here, what we want to do is see under here, left hand side, we've got by ASIN, and we want to do detailed sales traffic by child. Not by parent, but by child. Now, what you can do is click on download CSV. Obviously, put in the dates that you want, click download CSV. You can see this as a nice Excel file, so let's load it up. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be hiding the information here of my products, obviously, so you can't see them. So let's kind of go through the top bits up here. So I'll try and zoom into them to make it easier. So look, we've got sessions. Remember I talked about that. That's the number of people visiting the products. And then it's session percentage. And then we've got page views, and you can look at all these up. Page views here. So the ones that you're going to be interested in are featured offer buy box percentage. This is your percentage of the buy box, how much you're controlling. Now, the next one is units ordered. So you can see here, units ordered, and that is basically means sales. Now you've got the, should we say, units ordered B2B, and they do that. Now they also do here unit session percentage, the conversion rate between the sessions, voila, and obviously the number of units ordered. So you can see the conversion rate. So for us, like 200 units ordered, 2,266 sessions, which made a unit session percentage of 8.83. So when looking at this data, the one thing you really want to be looking at is the product actually being viewed by the customer? It doesn't matter if you're winning 100% of the buy box. If no one's actually looking at the product, you're not going to win anything. So if your sessions are low, the product's just really bad, you might want to like PPC, drive that. Maybe look at playing out, selling it elsewhere. The product just isn't selling on Amazon, period, regardless of whether you're on the buy box or not. Now, if the sessions are high, that means you're getting people viewing it. Then you want to look at your buy box, and you want to probably look at increasing your buy box percentage. Look at like price, for example, maybe fulfillment option, FBA, merchant fulfilled. Get that buy box percentage higher, and then what you should see is that actually you're going to be getting more orders. Now, the other one you might look at is your unit session percentage after that, because that's probably going to infer and give you an idea about how good your listing is. Now, I'm not going to go into like listing quality, improving it all, and they're like descriptions, images, etc. You can look at and improving them if you've got a low unit session percentage. But what you can do is just look down all your cells and see which ones are doing really well and which ones are not. And as a result, you might look at the best listings and the worst ones and change them. That's an option. But that's pretty much the business report. And this one is amazing. It is very detailed. It's got a lot of information. Maybe it's not as simple as the other two that we talked about. Now, what I will say is checking for slow sales is an absolute pain. Generally speaking, there's a saying that I believe in and I talk about is you make your money when you buy, not when you sell. If you buy the right products, no matter what happens in the marketplace, you're still going to make money. But if you buy the wrong products, even if you own all the buy box, you still won't make any money because no one's buying the product. What am I trying to say? That the most important thing we can do in our business is buying the right products, finding the right products. And what are they called? Well, they're called deals, they're called leads. Well, if you value your time and you want to find more leads to grow your business up, have a look at FastTrackFBA Leads. This is a service I created whereby I've got a team of VAs who are sourcing for the USA and different teams sourcing for the UK 7 days a week. And what do? Every single deal we find, we put them onto our web platform. You can come in, you can view all the deals, not 5, not 10, but every single deal, every single day that we find. And when you find the deals that you like, you can unlock them, go to the supplier, buy them, ship them to your warehouse, and then sell them on Amazon for a profit and obviously helping to grow your business. Check out FastTrackFBA Leads. I think you're going to love it. Have a look at the link down below. Okay, so that leads me nicely to my 5th chapter, top tips for you to think about. Look, number 1, I would say monitor your inventory and your repricer and make sure you're making the necessary adjustments depending on the situation you're in. i.e. there might be a lot of competition, there might be someone crashing the price, so you might need to lower down your price to get that stock sold. Number 2, I'd recommend using different tools that are going to help you in pricing your products and checking the sales history before and after you purchase, like Keeper. Now, Keeper is absolutely amazing. Using that to help you understand what's gone on in the past, really, really good. But don't forget to use the data when you're doing reorders, rebuying. That's going to help you do much better analysis. Now, number 3, before buying any deals, check the potential risks to minimize, we say, slow moving products or slow selling deals. You've got to know when to stock these products at certain times, say for example, advent calendars during the winter, but also as well, not during the summer, they just don't sell, but also when to drop the price to get yourself out of those products, get them sold out. You really don't want to be holding on to like rubber dinghies during the middle of the winter. You've got to get them sold in autumn. That's something to do. Now, also as well, you can use that to get out, pull the product out and maybe resell it on other platforms. Let's say, for example, like eBay. After understanding these 3 things that I just talked about now to check the slow sales, watch a video that I created previously called Top Amazon Buy Box Strategies and How to Win the Amazon Buy Box, because hopefully you're buying products which are going to be selling, but obviously now it's about you getting those sales as part of your portfolio. So I'll drop a link to that around here and it's going to really help you out winning the buy box. But hey, hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have, give me a big thumbs up. And hey, if you want to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button down below. But for me, Thomas Parkinson and FastTrackFBA, thank you very much.